Okay, so this will be our second class, and what we are going to be looking at for today will be inducement, right? So we have looked at pullbacks already, and we are going to look at inducement. So we are going to be using pullbacks to identify valid inducement, and we are also going to be seeing how we use the inducement in the real market and what the inducement means in the real market. So first of all, I told you if the market is going up, let's say for an example like this, we need to have a valid pullback like this, right? We have a valid pullback on this session, then another valid pullback. So let's assume that each of these moves represents a valid pullback in the market. If you assume that this move represents a valid pullback, right? Starting from where the market currently is moving downward, the first pullback that you see is what we call an inducement. So let's say the market is here, right? The market was moving up, and currently the candle that is forming is here. You start from here, you look downward, right? The first move that meets the criteria for a pullback, it's where your inducement is. So at that level, you are going to mark out the low of the move. So in this case, the low of the pullback will be here, right? This will be the where the market currently is. Then we have this pullback here, right? This is the low of the pullback. So this low here is referred to an inducement. Remember, you start from where price is and you look downward, right? If the market is going up, so we start from here, we look downward. So this is this level like this. I normally label it with an X like this, right? So when you see me labeling my charts X like that, sorry about that, the the X. Anyway, I normally label it with an X. That is how I label it. Or you can also label it IDM, right? IDM like this. IDM, the short form of an inducement. So basically, this inducement is a short form, the first form of liquidity. When you look from here, right? When you look from currently where the market is, if you look at it, the first order block or the first supply zone, the first demand zone, in this case, it will appear somewhere around here. So when this demand zone appears somewhere around here, this is the first place that majority of the people are looking to buy. Let's say people like the newbies in the SMC market, that's where they're looking to buy. Then you want to see retail traders, maybe this level here also aligns with a trend line. So they're also looking for the market to come down here to buy. But what you normally see in the market is the market will likely come back like this, take out this inducement, then goes up. So it has taken out all that liquidity, the people that bought here, and after this break, people use this zone as demand turns to supply, right? And they're selling here or or this resistance here has failed, and they start looking to sell. This support here has failed, and they start looking to sell since it has broken. And that is the liquidity that this inducement here grabs. So we have seen how this inducement is formed, right? So this is our first pullback. Our first pullback is an is the inducement. So if this market currently looks like this, right? Now here we are going to still identify the inducement. So if there was no inducement while the market was going up, this low now still becomes our inducement. Remember the first low will be the inducement. The first valid pullback is going to be your inducement. So in this case, it will be more ideal for us to have, let's say, maybe a pullback like this, and then the market comes back to take out this pullback. So in this case, this pullback will be acting as our inducement, so that once it takes it out, it goes up. Now, what do we use this inducement basically for? You use this inducement to mark valid break of structures, right? Let's say we have a zone here. Let's say we are marking break of structure. We will not mark this as a break of structure. Why? This has not taken out inducement. We will not mark this as a break of structure either, because it has not taken out an inducement. Now, our valid break of structure will only be this case here. This will be where our valid break of structure will be. Why? It has taken out inducement, right? It has taken out inducement. So this is the valid break of structure here. So if you look up, which zone has taken out inducement again in this market, right? It's this was this pullback low here. the first pullback low, right? And the market took it out. So we now have a break of structure at this point. So this is also a break of structure. So there's one thing you need to note, right? You need to note they might be like 4 or 5 different pullbacks here like this, but what you are most concerned about is the first pullback, right? What you are most concerned about is the first pullback. Once the first pullback is taken out, when you look from this high, once the first pullback is taken out, you already have your inducement taken out. So the first pullback is the inducement. Remember, first pullback. Now, let's look at the bearish example, right? Let's look at the bearish example. Let's say price moves down like this. If price currently is here, if price currently is here and I look from this low up, I see I identify my first pullback, which happens to be this pullback here, right? That is where my inducement will be. Now, if it happens that the market somehow creates another pullback like this, and it's here now. Now, this my inducement now will be shifted to the recent pullback. Remember, inducement is the last pullback, right, that the market created. The last pullback that the market created. If it creates another one, I move my inducement. So when I'm moving this my inducement, what I'm looking out for is the one where the market will go out, take out that inducement, right? I'm looking for the zone where the market happens to go above and takes out that inducement. So once that market takes out that inducement, I know that okay, I have my valid break of structure here. And with this valid break of structure comes your valid supply, your valid trading range, right? Your valid trading range from this high to currently this low. So this is it, right? But remember that before you look for a point of interest to trade on this your trading range, you also need to wait for the market to take out the last low, right? Don't be looking to maybe sell off this zone here. This zone here will obviously fail because it's caused by this inducement. You need to wait for the market to take out the first pullback. So something of this sort, right? The market might make like this and then takes out this pullback, and we can look for maybe a sell here, and the market continue to the downside to break the next, to give us the next valid break of structure here, right? So that is how we look at the break of structures in true SMC. Now let's go directly into the chart and let me show you what I have been talking about here all along. Okay, so from here, right, from here you can see that we have a move here. So how does this move here looks like? We have this move, it shot down like this, then created this pullback like this. So when it came back, it took out this pullback. When it took out this pullback, we have this straight move like this, right? So once this happened, this was our break of structure here. This is our break of structure here, right? This is so because this move here, it has taken out an inducement on this zone. It took out this inducement on this zone. So this is our inducement in this case. This is our inducement in this case. So if you happen to play price along, if you happen to play price along, right, we're looking for another break of structure because you can see here this price use this high as an inducement again, and it's pushing down. So we're anticipating the next break of structure. Now if I happen to play price along, right, you are going to see that Okay, you are going to see here that price has created this inducement. Now, starting from where price is, which is at this zone, if I look up, right, the first pullback that I'm going to see is this pullback. So now, why is this the first pullback? Right, it meets all our pullback criteria. This is the low of the lowest candle here, and this is the high of the highest candle here. The high got taken out, the high of the highest candle got taken out by these candles, and the low got taken out. So we map that as our inducement. So if I play along, right, we are anticipating for the market to take out this inducement, then give us the next break of structure. So if I play this along, you are going to see that here the market has taken out our inducement. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for the market to push below like this and close below here, giving us our next break of structure. So if I happen to play price along, you are going to see that, okay, the market finally did. If I happen to play that along, the market still is playing within that range. Okay, so here you can see that the market has finally broken below this point, right, giving us our valid break of structure. So that is how you mark your structure, right? You wait for the market to take out an inducement, and then you have a valid, then push below and close below the low to give us a valid break of structure. So that is it, and that is how we use inducement to validate structures. So if there will be any question, you can ask me as you watch the video, and I will get to you as soon as I can.